so perfectly. I woke up early in the morning, read the Bible, had my breakfast, and took a bath. As I was on my way out, a feeling of enthusiasm embraced me. I will be going back to my alma mater. This time, I was not wearing the white blouse and the plaid skirt. I was not a student anymore, but rather a licensed professional teacher applying for a job as an educator. When I arrived, everything was different. Hermana Miguel Integrated School was no more just a school for basic education, but it now included a college. Before going inside the main campus, I noticed that the building was being constructed. Its sign read, College of Arts and Sciences, Architect Daniel Frias, and Engineer Narvi Aldea. When I saw those names, I immediately searched the area looking for them. Though sadly, someone said both of them were in Manila for other projects. Upon hearing this, I just proceeded with my matter, quite disappointed. There were so many unfamiliar faces, which made me feel quite nervous. They asked me for my credentials. I told them of my master's degree. They asked me to come back for my demo teaching, and I said yes. When I got home, I opened my Facebook account and left a message for Danielle and Narvi. I just hoped they could read it, since Facebook, by that time, was quite outdated. The next day, I had my annual physical examination at St. Luke's Medical Center. In its directory, I noticed new names. New, but recognizable. Joyce Ann Luwai was working there as a medical technologist, as well as Caroline Lapping in the psychology department. Shani Frias was also there as a resident OB gynecologist. I inquired of them, but only Shani was available. We talked for about an hour about our old classmates and was only interrupted when her patients had arrived. I ate my lunch at a fancy restaurant. While eating, I looked around the restaurant and I saw these beautiful paintings, which were signed E. Convento. I wondered if these were paintings done by my old classmate, Yulin Margaret Convento. And so I asked for the manager, but was told that only the owner knew. And so I asked for the owner. I was surprised to see that Franz Sherry Salangsan was the one who walked out from the office and approached me. She was the owner of the restaurant. I asked her where she got the paintings, and she told me that it was from an exhibit Yolette had at her restaurant. She even told me that by next week, Yolette will be having an art exhibit in Paris, France. I said my goodbye to France as I was supposed to be home in the afternoon. Before I headed home, I first stopped at a drugstore. I stopped at the pharmacy as it caught my attention. I didn't know why. I bought some vitamins, and as I was waiting for my change, I noticed from its business permit that it was named after Edward Villena. I asked if I could talk to the owner, but I was told that he was not there at that time. So I just left a letter giving him my regards. Later that night, I watched the evening news and was astonished to see that the news anchor was not the face I used to see every night. There was someone new, and she introduced herself as Janelle Joyce Iluzada. Well, I thought, she's living her dreams and I'm just happy for her. The next day, I scheduled myself to deposit some money in my bank account. After I had done my business, I noticed that Julian Tibaso was in the building as well. We talked to each other and I found out that she was already the bank manager for that branch. She also told me that Almira Cayabyab was also a bank manager, though at a different branch of the same bank. I congratulated her for her successes and to extend to Almira my regards, and then I left. I was about to go home when Nico texted me. He just came back from the US where a seminar was held for pilots. He told me to meet him at this five-star hotel to have our lunch together. When I arrived, Nico was not yet there, and so I wandered around the hotel. While roaming around, I bumped into Ren Daniel Malia, who, as he told me, was the engineer of the hotel I was billeted near. He also added that he worked with Florence Inislayavan, and she was the architect for this project. He was in a hurry, so he just left a business card for me to be able to contact him. I continued to meet there and discovered that some old classmates of mine were working there. Jamaica Encarnacion and Kathleen Velasco were both employed there as managers. And little did I know that the classmate of mine was the owner of that hotel, Hershey Azel Miliano. I tried to search for her, but Mika told me that she was currently unavailable, as she was also working as a chemical engineer. Though I had not talked to her, I am extremely proud knowing her she achieved her dream for her mother, at the same time being a chemical engineer. When I and Nico were having our lunch, he mentioned that Royce Padilla was also in the seminar that he attended. As Nico narrated, while they were talking, Royce broached that he was working at an airline company in the US, and by next week, he will be here in the Philippines. The next day, I stayed home all day. While I was surfing the net, I came across a contemporary social networking site. My attention was caught since it had features that are more advanced than the other social sites, and so I signed up. When I was finished editing my newly made account, I looked at its About section and was caught in awe when I read that the developers were Monique Ferrer, Trisha Balyasnamon, and Johnny Macapagal. I was so amazed to know the things they have accomplished. I was even nostalgic remembering that John's dream was to own a computer shop. When I got a hold of myself, I immediately added them as allies and tried to Google them and their site some more. I stumbled upon a free encyclopedia that told me everything I wanted to know. I was so astounded by this site that I, once again, read its about page, and to my surprise, yet again, my old acquaintances on that site. Giancarlo Mariano, Alexandre Factor, and Charmaine Guanga. 6 of my old pals who took up computer-related courses in college have become so successful. I couldn't be happier for them. Days have passed since I heard news about my long-lost friends, and today I will be going back to HMIC for my demo teaching. After my demo, I was told that I got the job as an English teacher and that I will be the 40th officer for this coming school year. I was so happy for that was my dream. On my way home to tell Nico this very big news, I saw Eduardo Augusto and stopped to talk to him. Though he was in a hurry, he managed to inform me that he was now an accomplished aircraft maintenance working for the Philippine Airlines. He also told me that he often wondered where our high school classmates were now, and I sympathized with his thoughts as well. I gave him mine and Nico's number for communication, and then he left with his own luxury car. 2 days have passed when I received a very special phone call from EDSET telling me that I and Nico go to the NAIA later that night. I asked him why, and he just said, "See you both." That night, we went just as EDSET had said, and to our least expectations, our old classmates were there. Robbie Legaspi, Irish Mary Montemayor, and Anne-Marjorie Salameda were all there despite their busy schedules as successful engineers in their own respective fields abroad. My co-educator, Elijah Manrique, who, as she told us, was an elementary teacher in Canada, and Gabriel Pacheco, a triumphant man in his own field, were also there. Wondering if it was fate or not, I asked how EDSET did it. He told me that the day I bumped into him, he was already planning this reunion and that he was not alone in this endeavor. As he narrated, Nikki and Nico had both helped him. Though tremendously joyous for this happening, I still wondered why hold our reunion at an airport. And so I asked Nikki, and she answered, "Because we're going to Paris for Yulette's gallery show." And so we boarded a private plane with Arian Romasanta, Kimberly Luna, Jean-Michael Gilles, Gladys Ann Hakla, and Michelle Ann Vince as our stewardesses, who all works at PAL, and co-piloted by Royce and Nico. When we arrived in Paris, France, Yolette was already there waiting for us. We, all together, saw her beautiful works of art and stayed at a five-star hotel also owned by Hershey, wherein we all created our accounts at Monique, Trisha, and Jonah's social networking site. And then, we made a group named Saint Noisy. The years have come and gone, and even after all these years, I still remember everything also perfectly.